Hello, this is Godel. Welcome back to the Islands of Insight Offline Restoration Update series. Today, well, we did leave off with 9 puzzles left in this enclave, but they're going to be pretty tough. So I feel like today I might want to just do an intermission. So I was thinking to run over to the Lost Grids cluster and knock out some puzzles over there. Sounds like a fun time. And or maybe even run around the what's it called, the hub areas for a little bit. So we'll just see what I'm feeling up to. I mean, logic grid right in front of my face, can't say no to that. I mean, I could, but not gonna. Pretty easy one too. So right, let's head over to Lost Grids cluster and take it out. Oh, I also saw and I'm not sure if I'm going to put it up on my screen in this episode, but in the save stats tool, which has been updated, I saw there has been some new things added in there. One of the things added in there is platinum glide rings, or glide ring scores to be specific. Oh man, I don't really want to do this type of maze right now, but sure, I'll do it just while I'm talking and I don't need to think. But so yeah, that's going to be one thing I probably start looking out for, is trying to find those glide rings, which I do not have a platinum score on, because I am obsessive in that way, and we got to have all of the platinum scores that are available. Is this just a jump that goes nowhere? Okay, cool, thank you. Now I forgot which way I came from. Okay, good. I really don't like the mazes that make you go up and down between floors. They are really awful. Anyways, so Lost Grids cluster. Let's check it out. There's also a new configuration setting that made it so cluster puzzles have a higher chance to spawn puzzles you haven't completed. I don't know if by higher chance it means it's guaranteed, but it does make it look kind of silly. Back earlier this year when I was working on the congruence cluster, and well, the congruence cluster mostly is what gave me issues, and I just stopped and started the game so many times. But anyways, let's do this music grid first. So we have 3 pairs of chords. I feel like it sounded like that. But there was chords, so... No, this last one was lower. There we go. Nice, and got the perfect solve bonus on that, so we got a lot of extra mastery points. Love to see it. Alright, let's just, like, knock out as many grids as we can. I'm not gonna necessarily be picky about the difficulty here. I'm just gonna go across the top and go make my way across and then down. So, let's see. Connect all light cells. So this 10 is so big that it would make a dark section here. If it was dark, so this is going to be light. Easy way to get started here. Now what? Well, let's see. If this is dark, this needs to be dark. Then this would need to be dark. This would need to be light, 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 and then dark. there any reason that wouldn't work? And this would be dark, and this would be light, there would be dark, light, 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 light. I think that works, right? So let's go ahead and do that. So dark, dark, light, 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 dark, light. No! I didn't see that, okay. So it's actually like this. That one cannot be dark. Here we go. Dark, dark, light, and then light, light. Okay. Alright. From a 3-pipper, let's jump all the way to a 6-pipper. AKA the 1-star. All numbers are off by 1. Well, that's just fun that there's a bunch of numbers that are the same dang thing all crammed together here. I'm just gonna, like, suppose there's a lotus here for a reason, right? Like, if they were gonna box it in, it wouldn't need to be here. Don't know, because these sides of the grid aren't symmetrical. There's a 4 here and a blank here, and this one's a 6 and that one's blank. And 4 and blank there, so there's no, like, given that this needs to connect outwards. It could just be a dark square in the corner. Let's see, if it's a dark square in the corner, this would be 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, or 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. But the thing is, if it was a dark cell right here, would we be able to solve this side with only one dark cell as our given here? Because this could be 5 or 7. So there's... how many 6s are there? There's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 6s. How do we solve 13 with only using 5 and 7s? Did I count that correctly? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The answer is we don't, which means we have to use some tiles over here. So these are going to have to connect like that. Okay. And then this is just done in this light space in here. Okay. So this gives us quite a bit to work with now. This 6 is a 5. Currently. Do we want to make it a 7? Well, let's see. This 6 is a... it can be a 5, and then that one can be a 7. So I think we want to go ahead and do that. Okay, cool. And then... this 4 is a 5, much definitively, and so is that 4. Okay, cool. Nice. I guess the trick there was seeing that you didn't have enough numbers on the right side to do anything if the 6 was dark. Alright, 1 symbol per light area, and connect all dark cells. So 1 symbol per light area. So this is going to have to somehow connect to one of these viewpoints. It doesn't have to go in a straight line, like we could zigzag there. But let's see. This can't be dark, because then dark can't get in there, so this is going to be light. And same for this, so that's light and light. Let's see, these cannot connect. That can't connect, so there's a big given for us. This can't connect here, so this has to go like that. That has to go like that, and then we have to make sure we don't block in our dark cells in here. I feel like if the 4 is satisfied and there's no other blocks it needs to reach, we can go ahead and close in these areas, so like there's no reason for there to be a light cell in here. In fact, it would be just flat out wrong if there was, so. Alright, so this 4 is going to go at least one tile that way. And then if it goes another tile, it can't actually get to this corner. So to get to this corner, we're going to have to use this 4 down here. And then we can go ahead and box this in like that. The dark's going to have to go through the bottom over here. Oh, whoops. I didn't do that 4 correctly. Okay. There we go. Alright, let's see how much there is to talk about a 2-pipper. Probably not all that much. They are quite straightforward. What is this pattern, though? Oh, man. Oh, no. Dark. Light. Light, dark. Not really a fan of, like, these don't make pattern rules, to be honest, but they are what they are. I'm just, like, looking at these tiles one by one now, just to figure out where stuff goes. Okay, can we get the dark? Yeah, there we go. Now we just need to figure out which one of these is dark. It's that one. Okay. Alright, connect all light and dark cells. Classic rule. We have our darks over here already, and we have our lights over here. Alright, and then kind of get going on these. Whoops. Nope, that was actually correct. Alright, pretty easy one. Alright, do not make a light T-piece, and then we need to make a light areas of region 6. Light regions of area 6. Wow, I'm still saying that. My bad. That's gonna be dark. Dark areas have region 5. So we can't put a dark tile here. That's gonna mess this up. So put a light there. This is 5 currently, so this is going to go out one more. Out here this direction some way. Let's see, we can't actually do that move either. Or that move. Basically nothing that makes there be a light tile in here. I guess that's a dark tile then, right? Probably should have thought of that sooner. No. Okay. So this can't connect here. That can't double back, so this has to come out like this. We have a corner trick here. This one's actually kind of tricky here at this point. What are we gonna do next? So if we go light here, we're gonna have dark, dark, and then this would have to come out. So that cannot be light here. So that's dark, that's light. Alright. This has to come out of here. This can't be dark, and that can't be dark. Alright, and those can't be dark, so... I'm looking like our last snakes are gonna be that and that. Okay. Cool. Hi, 2-star puzzle. Let me go into the sea foam. Never mind, we can go and do the 2-star puzzle. Okay, so we got some lotuses. And connect all dark snells, snells? What? Connect all dark cells, and they have to be a snake. So... first order of business for this is always trying to find where, like, the dead end is. Or, like, the head and tail of the snake. So, let's place all of the givens we have first. Kind of weird there's 2 symbols here. Couldn't this have just been, like, one of these been a regular light symbol? Like, they're the same thing, right? So this is going to be symmetrical in both axes. This is basically a galaxy centered on this point, except not, because galaxies are rotationally symmetrical, not whatever this would be. Let's see. Is there any way this would be a light cell? So if this was light... if this was light, then both of these would need to be dark. So this must be dark. Good start. Okay. If this is dark, this one also has to be dark. And then this either means this is the tail of the snake here. Hang on one second. Okay, I just wanted to double check that was correct. So yeah, I guess this can't be dark no matter what, right? So that one must be light. Because this one becomes stuck. You can't get in or out of there without making a T shape. This cannot connect here because then the light would be off the grid. So that's some more moves. Alright, so with this, I think we have a, one of the head or tails of the snake right here, because in this place, we can either, like, go down here, and that's, like, a head, or we could go across here. We can't go up, so it would have to be across here. And then, oh no, this one could go up, and then neither of them would be a head or a tail. I really need to figure out, like, where the head of this snake is. So what would be the implication if this was light? We'd have to go, this would be dark, 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 and then this would be dark, 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 dark as well. Which, like, inherently I don't see any problem with, but if this is dark, then this is light down here. This one's dark, light over here. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not sure. Still not sure yet about that. See, if we go forward here with this lotus here, this would be dark and dark on this corner. The snake could just kind of wrap around this guy. Yeah, the snake would wrap around. It would just go like bloop, and that would be done. There would be like a light tile down here. What else? Gee, I feel like this rule doesn't give me a lot to work with, or I am missing out on something. I do see something here, though. I think if this is dark, this has to be light. But if this is light, this one is light, which would mean that has to be light as well. So that one has to be light. Now we can kind of think about what we want to do with this guy over here. If this is light, both of these have to be light. So then we would have a snake head over here. The snake would have to come over here, and then it would make a T. So this cannot be light. There we go. Some moves. Block that. Block that. Alright. Okay, we have another snake head over here. Either this is the tail, and it comes out like this, or... hang on. Tail, 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 exit this way, or tail, tail, and then there'd be a third tail, which wouldn't work. So this has to be the tail. It has to come out this way, and then we do not have any more tails, so now we just need to avoid snake traps per normal. Alright, that was some good progress from that one move. Alright, where are we going next? Well, we don't want to go in any snake traps, so let's just fill this in over here. If we do a light tile here, we make a snake trap over here, so let's not do that. Let's go in this area. Do we just want to immediately escape? Well, no, we have to satisfy that lotus first. Okay, and then we don't want these touching. Alright, looking good so far. Do we want this to go up and over? This is all a snake trap up here, so fill that in. If this goes down... well, oh, hold on. There's a dark tile here. We need a dark tile there. Okay. That simplifies that. Okay, cool. Kind of tricky, but once we found that one break-in point, we were able to get through it. Good stuff. Alright, what are we doing here? No dominoes. Okay. And this is an underclude grid, so it wants us to think about this more. So if we put a dark tile here, we're going to have a lot of things to do. It's going to be dark, light, 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 dark, 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 light, 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 light. Just like an absolute ton of blocks to fill in. So we know that we're only going to be able to fill in 5 tiles. So if we put a block anywhere, it needs to be something that's not going to give us a whole lot of tiles. What is this 5 gonna do here? Like, what's the significance of the 5? If we go down with the 5, like, if the 5 went down, down, this would be dark, 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 dark. And then would that prevent the connecting of all light cells? Because connecting of all light cells is something I did not really look at, like, at all. I don't think having a light cell here really restricts that, because then you just go, like, down and out. Right? Let me think about that. So if we were to go like this... Oh, well, having a light cell there just violates the 5, okay. Because of so many place things. So we know that cannot be light. Okay. So finally we got some stuff. So now there's 2 tiles left. I'm guessing we have to... not have a dark tile here? Maybe? Because what does having a dark tile here do? It does this. Which then would look the same on the other side. Well, no, it doesn't have to look the same on the other side. It doesn't cause any immediate issues, I guess, so it's not a... not really a problem to do that. And then, is it the same on the bottom? Oh yeah, actually, here we go. This is the problem. So if we do this, then we end up boxing in an area down here, and that's no good. So, that's our move there. Alright. Okay. 2 and 22. My favorite number, I guess. I don't know. Not really. But thought I should say something silly. So 22 is gonna have to go out this way. I'm gonna guess we probably want to scrunch these other 2s up as much as we can to give 22 as much space as possible, because 22 is probably gonna be massive. Let's go up here like this instead. This is feeling a little janky. I might need to, like, go and fix this. well, that's 22. Can we finish all the 2s? Nope. Okay, where did I mess up? Over here? Doesn't really change anything, though. So we know, oh wait, yes it does. Because now I can go up here. Okay. That wasn't too bad of a mess up. We were able to figure it out without a foresight. Dark galaxy between the galaxies. Dark area regions have area 3. Okay. Those can't touch. Oh gosh, what is this? Is this legal? Oh. Okay. I don't know if that's intended, but, something to keep in mind, I guess. Okay, what's going on here? This has to go out, and then that has to go up. There's dark tiles here. Dark tiles there. Yep, that's correct. Block this, block those. Kind of hoping that's not a mechanic we have to use, like half galaxies. You know... Nope, that all seemed correct when I did that. So what did I mess up? This one? This is a weird galaxy. I don't like it. Let me just back up this whole area. Okay. We're correct up to here, right? Yeah, okay. Good. So this has to come out here. What? It's not rotationally symmetrical. Guys, if we rotate this, it's light and dark. I don't... Whatever. Yeah, I'm confused about that, but, okay, I guess. Alright, what's going on over here? Alright, that was weird. Alright, so we've kind of done this upper shelf. Oh, no, there's two more up here on the upper shelf. There's so much water here. Wow. Okay, we have the squares only dark rule. We have 3 and 1. That's interesting. How do we do 3 and 1? 2, 2, 3, 3. I'm almost thinking something like this. Right? That, and that. Is that the only way to solve that? I feel like probably not, so I probably need to think about what's going on the outside of the grid first. So let's do that first. 2 are in the middle. There's 2 in here. There's 2 in here. There's 4 and 4 here. 1 here. 3, 3, 2. 2 in here. 2 in here. 2, 2, 2, 2, and 1. So this has to go like that? No, it doesn't have to go like that. Because it could go like that. Or, I guess like that, right? Is what I would have to do. Yeah, I think it would have to do that. That has to be it. There's no other way. Then there's 1 more in here. There's 2 in here. 2 in here. So 2, 2, 1. And then this is 2, 2. So like this, right? Yeah, that solves that. Okay. And then I guess what I ended up doing on the outside ended up not mattering. So what I had over here before is fine. Which was this, I believe. I forgot what I had over here. That. Okay. Okay, okay. Ooh. Big squares. I'm gonna make this the last puzzle. So for big squares, what do we want to use here? So there are 2x2s, there are 4x4s, 3x3s, and then that's it. Okay. So this one is 16. So the 16 and the 12 are inherently going to be a different color. Dark has to be the connect all tiles. So we're going to be connecting, probably we're going to be using the 40. We're going to be using one of these to partition the 12 and then the other number. So because the 45's in the middle, I'm kind of inclined to say this. But wait, now we need a guess. Now we have a weird parody situation going on here. So the 12 is going to be light for sure. The 12 cannot partition the 45 and the 44. And then this isn't gonna want to be dark, right? Because if this is dark, then the dark has to come like all the way down here, and the 12 can't do anything. So that's gonna be light, and then probably this makes more sense to be dark. Okay, so now we have 24. Maybe 44 is the partition. So we have 24, we would need 20 more, that would be 20. Whoops, that would be 20. Okay, so that's 44, and then these are the light tiles. Alright, cool. I probably should have also seen 5 times 9 is 45. Alright, well that was a fun little intermission. Since those wrap around the edges grids were like totally melting my brain, I got to take a break from them. Yay. I'm gonna turn in this quest that I don't know how long I was hanging on to that. Doesn't look like there's anything really relevant. I'll just take hidden objects, I guess. And we are gonna go back down to the place that I forgot the name of. A unique perspective? A warped perspective. Alright, do we see a power-up over here by any chance? The game's stuttering a little bit for me. I have some stuff open in the background here that I don't normally have open. I thought it wasn't going to be a problem, mostly since I was going to have my case and logic grids all episode, so... apologies for the stuttering. Alright, we're going to continue this next time. So until then, I will see you next time.